Right, hello and welcome back to another episode of Mini Daly. And on today's episode, this is another viewer's request. So Rick Woodridge, or Velma the Mini, some of you may know him from his channel. If not, check it out. I'll put a link down there. I can't do any fancy gimmicky things here yet with YouTube. But he is putting back together Velma, and he asked me about how you do the copper brake lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to take us over there and we are going to show you how to do a flared fitting, and that pretty simple enough to do. I'll show you the kit I have and I'll stop rabbiting. Right, so the game we're going to play now is how many times my fat head gets in the way. So basically, for making up brake lines, what you need is one of these. This is a pipe cutter. Okay, it's very simple to use. I will show you how to use it in a second. And you need this set. So what you have here is, this is a double flare tool. Just a single flare and double flare tool. Double flare always works out the best. And you're obviously going to need your copper brake line and fittings. Now I'm going to have a dig around here and I'm going to see if I can get some fittings to go on the end of it, even if they're old ones, just to show you how to do it. But before I do that, I just want to show you, if you don't use this tool and you end up using a hacksaw, this is what is going to happen. You see that? Whereas when you do use the tool, that's the cut that you're going to get on it. Perfect. So I'll go and look for a fitting for the end of that and we'll come back. Right, it's typical that the only length of brake line I can find is the longest one, going from front to back. But that's basically it there. So there's a few ways of measuring for your length. Now I'm not going to cut all of that to make this fitting because I don't need it. But what you do is you get yourself a piece of string and you start here and you can trace the string down and along and it gives you an idea of the length. Now it would be a good idea sometimes just to give it an extra couple of millimeters. That can be kind of manipulated into shape when you're making up the panel or when you're making up the lines. So what we do is, when we have it measured, as I said, I'm just going to make a short section here. Okay, we'll use this one. I'm just going to make it about that size. So you put your pipe cutters on. Open that way too far. Right. So you just want it on it enough that it's biting it. You don't want to go too hard or you'll close in the end of it here. So you go around it. And as you go around it, so go around it about twice there, you'll feel it loosening off. You can see the way that's kind of, so you just tighten it up a little bit again, bring it around. You see the way that's after loosening? Another little tighten. You see the way that's loose again. So each time you're doing that, you're cutting further and further into the metal. Now, of course, it had to fall. Now, as you can see the end on that there, there's nothing wrong with it at all. So what we'll do is we'll set up this tool now into the vise. Now, as you can see here, there's a part that kind of sticks out there. So what you want to do is you want to be getting that into your vise. These are all different sizes. So as you can see, it goes up to a 14. Now what we want is we want a 5, which is here. So make sure that when you're doing it, that you put this on first. Because the amount of times I've made a flare and then next of all I look and that is sitting back on the counter. So just open up these. You can get your thing in. Now, of course I'm after sticking that in the 6. Now if you're trying to figure out how much to put through here, okay, the easiest thing to do is get this piece Okay, what we do is we set it on here, and that gives you the height. You can see how high that is there. And what you do is you move your copper brake line down to that height, and that'll give you the height for your perfect cut, or perfect, yeah, the word's not coming to me. Make sure that's nice and tight. Click this closed and tighten it again, because you want a good grip on these, because you're actually pushing down against the pipe. So you want to clamp down nice and tight until it stops. Now, the first thing you do then is you use this. So as you can see, there's a little thing sticking up out of it there. So what you do is you push that into the pipe. Of course, that doesn't want to go into it. Try that again from the far side. Like I said, use your measurement. I said this didn't want to work because I'm on camera. I tend to find that when I'm on camera, things decide they don't want to work. I'll tighten that up. As I said, remember to put that on first. That is still sitting on the table, but we're only demonstrating how to use the tool. So you push that lad in there. Now, you get this lad out, and we'll wind back a bit. Make sure it's sitting in the center. My hand is in the way. Now, so you just twist this until this comes down and hits that. Now, just wind it back off. Now, I don't know if you can see there the difference. That's after ballooning it kind of out a little bit. So I'll try and bring it in there. You can see it there. So what we do then is we go back over it with this tool, again without the die in it, and we do that again. Again, just down until this stops. There you go. So when you do have your fitting on it, it's not going to leak. So next step of the process, say you have both these sides in and done, is I find it easiest now. You can see there, now that's roughly where it was. But what you do is use the old piece and just bend it around. Now it's an awful lot more difficult with, obviously I've less copper here, but that's what you do, is you constantly bend this around that it follows the shape of what you're doing. If you kind of set it on the floor, and you know, for the long pieces, if you set them on the floor and work your way around the shape of it. You get the loose shape, and then when you clip it up onto the car, then you can fine tune and put it in where it needs to go. So hopefully this video helped you, Rick. Hopefully it helped a few others as well, but that's basically how you do a flare on a copper brake line. Best of luck with the rest of the project, Rick. Anyone enjoyed the video, give it a like, thumbs up, share it, consider subscribing. There is going to be roughly 3 or 4 videos going out this week, hopefully. I'm in the middle of filming the Morris. Work has started on the front inner wing panel thing there. What we're doing today is we're cutting it all out and stuff, but Rick had asked me to do this in the meantime and I couldn't disappoint, so catch us in the next one.